Hi, this is Charles with an introduction to Mark Walker's Lock and Load's Heroes of Stalingrad, which is a new PC version of the board game based on the same mechanics as Lock and Load Band of Heroes and several other in the series. There are several different ways to play. You can play multiplayer, and you can play campaigns or individual scenarios. I'm going to show you the campaign today and cover the basic mechanics of how the game works. The scenario is 10 turns long. Certain things will happen during the scenario that reveal themselves as the game plays. So you can scroll left to right with your arrow buttons on the screen. You can zoom in with your mouse wheel scrolling in and out. So the first thing that happens in every scenario in the board game and the PC game is the initiative roll. Um, we each roll a dice, and the higher player wins. The scenario notes will dictate who wins ties. You'll notice at the bottom it says spacebar or LMB, which is left mouse button to continue. So the Soviets won the initiative. They are in cover and you can't really see them. Our units are down on the bottom right. And our objectives are in the top right hand corner. You can see those um, X's are the ones that we've completed. So we've got to capture those hexes, which are highlighted in white and blinking. Looking at our units, leaders add some benefits in addition to being able to rally units that are injured. Units are have their firepower in the bottom left-hand corner. They have their range in the middle, and they have their movement factor on the right-hand side. Leaders can help units move faster. You can do double time and some things like that. And you can also have support weapons like the MG34, which has a firepower of 2, which can add to attacks and things like that. So the way the game works is you're going to highlight a hex that you want to activate, and then you're going to select which units in that hex you want to activate. So we're going to try to get Lieutenant Wirtz moving as quickly as possible here. Lieutenant Koch will be having covering fire. We're going to leave one. I think I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to send this guy out by himself to kind of draw some fire and see if we can get into this building here. And sure enough, we had a hidden unit there. Has exposed himself and has fired at our unit. He rolled a 5. Our unit is moving, so that gives him a +1. It's a Soviet half squad +1, so his total attack is a 9. Since I'm in the light woods there, I have a little bit of cover. I'll roll a die, and I rolled a 2. +1 for the light woods is 3. Very bad damage check there, so we're going to roll a 4 damage check plus the 6, which is less than his morale, which is his top right-hand number. So he was hurt pretty bad there. So he reduced to a half squad. Now, Lieutenant Wirtz, if he goes into that square during the rally phase at the beginning of the next turn, can help get him back up to status. But we're going to concentrate on attacking that guy. So let's see if we can get a. Oh, sorry, we got to finish our impulse with that guy. Now it's the other player's turn. And now we can select Lieutenant Wirtz to move forward. right double click to move forward. And another unit is popping up. So his total attack was 3. We're in the open still. Our defense was 6, which is good. +1 is 7, so there's no effect there. And we're going to continue moving into here and going to melee with the unit. So he's got a half squad. We've got a firepower of 5 total, so it looks pretty good for us. 5-to-1 chance. So we did lose a unit there. Okay, so the scenario is starting to reveal itself. There's a little girl who's running around the field down there, and we've got to save her before she gets hurt. If she runs in the middle of machine gun fire or something like that, she will take casualties, and leaders can heal her. She will only follow Wirtz. So if Wirtz dies, the scenario is over. If the girl dies, the scenario is over. Okay, so Wirtz is done. We'll click finished. There's nothing else we can do. All right, so we're going to try to get Lieutenant Koch here, and we're going to try to clear up this side of the field here. So we're going to use everything to attack together against this wooden building here, which gives the opponent a 3 modifier for terrain. So our attack is a 4, +1, +1, support weapons +2, leadership +1. So our attack is 10, so that's pretty good. And that's excellent. So it's got to take a damage modifier. So he'll roll against a die against each unit in that hex. He rolled a 6, +4. Let's see. He rolled a 6. Oh yeah, that was bad. Plus his damage check, which is 12. And then 12 -6 is more than what his morale is here. I can't remember how to explain it. Sorry. So we killed that unit. At least we cleared out the area there. So the next turn we'll be able to move forward a little more easily. I'm going to zoom out so you can see more of their turn. So we did a fire attack against our Lieutenant Koch in the building. There's a lot of guys grouped together there, so there's a higher chance of him being able to do something, but a 3 is not a very good roll. So he was not successful in his attack. Okay, it looks like everybody's activated, so I'm going to have to pass. The Soviet player must have units left, apparently not, so we're both passing. And now we go back to the initiative. So Germany wins the initiative again. So he's by himself, he can't rally. But we can get him into the building there. Maybe Koch can pop over and help him out. Alright, so it's back to our turn. Now one thing I wish about the zoom is that it zoomed to the black lines on the map. Because right now when I zoom, I have this choice or this choice. I kind of wish that there was an in-between. So we can always check LOS between sites. We can click on a unit. Check LOS. We can click here and turn it off. And let's take Wirtz and look at our possible options here. So we could low crawl into the next building over if we wanted to. But I'm going to do a standard move. Let's get this guy. and a low crawl over to here because I don't want to attract any fire to that big group in there. So low crawl, double right click to move him in. And then we're finished. Low crawl basically means no opportunity fire against that hex. Also, that little girl is right between us and Wirtz. If we drew any fire from that left-hand side here, she would be right in the middle of it and probably get wounded. Okay, so, yep, we drew fire. She's going to take a damage check, which is pretty bad. 6. It's their attack. They've got support weapons. 2. Wow. We just killed the little girl. So that's the game. And rule of thumb, never kill the little girl. And each one of the guys in that hex is going to take a damage check. So, note to self, don't move in between the little girl and your opponent. I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial. I think it went a little bit faster than I expected. I have enjoyed the game so far, and I hope you get a chance to play. Take care.